Hello and welcome into the Knicks-Verse. My name is George, and if this is your first time here, or you've been here before but have not subscribed yet, please do so, along with hitting that thumbs up button for me and dropping your comments. I love the comments, and thank you again, everyone who has subscribed. We reached 8,000 subscribers this week. It was fabulous. I'm honored, and I appreciate all the support. And it's a great time. It's a great time to be a Knicks fan. The Knicks have now won their 8th game in a row. They're finishing the month of January 14-2, the second most wins since the Pat Riley era and since 1969 and 70 when the Knicks won the championship when Walt Clyde Frazier was the man leading this team. Now we have a different man leading this team. His name is Jalen Brunson. Once again, an outstanding performance himself, but he got a lot of help from his Villanova boys. Right there, Donte Divincenzo, you can see right there, the man was unbelievable. Unbelievable tonight. He was on fire, career high for most threes. We're going to get into all that. I got some highlights for you guys. This is going to be a fun recap. Let's get to it. First of all, also, I'm in a different location right now shooting, which is why there's a red wall behind me. Here we go. This guy right here. This is a shout out to someone on Reddit. My son found this, sent it to me. Actually, someone sits behind the right there on the floor at MSG who has the same hair. Someone did this. It was fabulous. Thibs right now is having the time of his life. Look at that. He is smiling because the team is cooking, and we're doing it without Julius Randle and OG Anunoby, who missed another game today. But we didn't miss them. Luckily, we were playing a back-to-back, but so were the Jazz. Now, the Jazz didn't really have to travel because they played the Nets the previous night, and they got blown out by the Nets. But the Knicks, we got to come home from Charlotte when Charlotte feels like another home right now for us, the way they were chanting MVP in that Charlotte arena, the Spectrum Center. But, man, what a beautiful game. Look how happy he is. Look how happy he is. And he's happy, so we're happy. Here we go. This is one of the reasons why he's happy. Currently, at the moment, the Sixers are in town. Actually, they're in San Francisco on the West Coast playing the Warriors. I think they're ahead actually right now. But if right now the Knicks are currently in third place by themselves, if the Sixers lose tonight, the Knicks will stay. The Sixers will fall to 6.5 games back, and the Knicks will be in third all on their own. If the Sixers end up pulling out that game, which they're ahead right now, then they'll be tied in terms of games behind. But the Knicks are right there in third place, doing it without their all-star, all-NBA power forward, Julius Randle, who we still haven't gotten a full determination on the amount of time he will be out. We're supposed to hear, Mike Breen in the broadcast said we're going to hear something like that about that on Thursday. So fingers crossed it's all good news. But I did, in last night's recap, I went pretty in-depth into my thoughts and feelings about that. I do think he's going to be missing at least 6 weeks, possibly 8. So we don't want to, miss a step here. Because right now, I think we're playing off a high right now of just everything that's clicking for them. And plus, the Knicks are just shooting the lights out, and the defense has been outstanding. Right now, we are the number 2 rated defense in the entire NBA for the season. For the entire season, allowing the fewest amount of opponents' points. And I believe we are 5th or 4th in points differential in the entire NBA. So that's the mark of a really, really good team. Now, I know a lot of you might be thinking, wait, maybe we don't have to make any more moves and all that stuff because we might have enough. Well, no. One of the reasons we're in this situation is because we have been making moves. So we do have holes. I mean, today we signed Taj Gibson. We brought him back because we have those kind of holes. And we know that come playoff time, when people are getting really serious and dialed in on the team and trying to figure out how to stop this team, which they're going to do. They're going to try and figure that out. Especially, they're going to watch the tape of the last 2 games, and they're going to try and find some holes and some weaknesses to try and exploit our defense as well. We played a very tall team, the Jazz, and somehow we were able to overcome it because Josh Hart, man. Josh Hart. Shout out to him, but really because Donte Divincenzo was lights out, and Jalen Brunson really is basically unstoppable at the moment. And guys like Precious Achiuwa stepped up. I'm going to get into all of that, but this is a beautiful thing, and that's why this man is smiling. He let his hair down. Look, I love this photo. I love it. Whoever did this, shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. 118-103. Tremendous win. Tremendous win. Let's go through a few of the tweets, and then we'll get to the highlights. Well, here's Josh Hart's triple-double. He is not even the star of this game. He was like the third star of this game. Triple-double, 10, 10, 10. Beautiful, and 2 steals and blocks combined. Great game for him. But Donte Divincenzo. Ian Begley tweeted this out. Donte Divincenzo had 30 points, 8 of 13 from 3, 4 assists, 4 steals, 0 turnovers to help lift New York to a 15-point win versus Utah. Knicks finished January 14-2, their most wins in a month since Pat Riley era, the 94 Finals team. We tied that mark. New York Knicks, 31-17, has won 8 straight and is 17-5 at Madison Square Garden. Lucky Knicks fans. Lucky Knicks fans that get to see that. And then shout out to JD for tweeting this out to highlight Donte's accomplishments tonight. 19 points in the first half, most in his career. Scored 25-plus points in back-to-back games for the first time in his career. A new career high with 9 3-pointers made. Yeah, Ian was wrong. It wasn't 8. It's 9 3-pointers made. 2 30-point games this season. He had 0 before in his career in 272 games. Great tweet there. Now, let's get to the highlights because this was a fun game. The Knicks started off in the beginning, the Utah, I think, even built up, I think at one point got, a 9-point lead. But the Knicks came back in that first quarter because it looked a little shaky in the first quarter. The Knicks were not shooting well at all. They were shot 36% from the field overall, just 3 of 9 from the three-point line, but did hit all 8 of their free throws. 4 guys went to the free throw line and hit both of their free throws. So it was a beautiful thing. Donte, Jalen Brunson, Isaiah Hartenstein, and Josh Hart all hit them. The Knicks were able to, dominate the boards in the first quarter, 15-10. 6 offensive boards, which helped because they were not shooting well, so they gave us second chance opportunities. And then they started out, we were down. Right? You can see right there, we were down, but they started climbing back into this game and finished the quarter up 7, 29-22. Beautiful. And the best part about it was only 2 turnovers. Only 2 turnovers in this quarter. And the Knicks were phenomenal in turnovers for the entire game. Actually, let's see. What did they finish with the turnovers? Yeah, only 5 turnovers for the entire game, and 2 of those came in the very first quarter. So like 1 per quarter for the rest of the game. Beautifully done. The way the Knicks are protecting the ball right now is one of the reasons why that they are able to win all these games without Randall or OG. So shout out to these guys for just stepping up. Sims had a nice little game for himself. He finished, let's see. What did he finish with? He was just 1 for 2, but picked up 4 rebounds in his 18 minutes, but played some excellent defense himself. But the guy who really stepped up today was Precious Achiuwa. Well, Donte Divincenzo was phenomenal. But in terms of the bigs who stepped up today was Precious Achiuwa with 18 points, 5 rebounds, 2 block shots for him. 2 block shots for Josh Hart. But 2 block shots for Precious Achiuwa. He was 8 of 13. He did attempt 3 three-pointers. Didn't hit on them. Didn't really matter because he was so effective. He was 8 of 10 inside the arc. Hit both of his free throws. Wonderful game for him. 18 points. He was a plus 14. But Jalen Brunson, man. Look at this guy. Whirling Dervish, man. 29 points. Almost got 30. Couldn't quite get to the 30. But he had 9 assists. And some of the passing. This is some of the best passing I've seen Jalen Brunson do all year. And you can see it right there. A little bounce past the Precious. Perfect. Perfect timing. Perfect timing to display what I'm talking about here. Oh, yeah, man. I'm so proud of this team. They're playing exactly the right way. They're sharing the ball. And there's no hesitation when they're open. They just let that ball fly, especially Donte. He just lets it go. And Thibs, in the post-game interview, he highlighted that. That's one of the things he really loves about Donte, and me too. I love it. Grimes is trying to be that kind of guy. He has been that kind of guy in the past. He's still trying to find himself, but he came through tonight with nice 12 points in his 20 minutes. But his percentages weren't great, but at least he was attempting shots and made enough. He was 4 of 10 overall, 2 of 6 from the three-point line, but did get to the free throw line. He hit both of those. 6 rebounds for him, 2 assists, and 1 steal. The Knicks, as a team, picked up 9 steals tonight. Excellent. They were just ball hawks tonight. And let's see, what else am I missing here? They finished with 29 assists. So I told you guys 27 was a magic number, but this team has been winning without hitting that 27 mark. There have been 24. They've been at 25. Tonight was at 29, and the way that ball was whipped around the court, it was indicative that these guys were going to find nice open shots, and they did. After starting out in the first half, they were a little shaky in terms of their efficiency. They only shot 43.5% overall, but did pick up a little bit. They were 6 of 16 from the three-point line in the first half, 37.5%, hit all 11 of their free throws, but in that third quarter, once again, they came out of the dugouts. They came out of the locker room completely focused, like they did last night, where they had 44 points, which was the most they've had in a third quarter all season. Tonight, they didn't quite hit that number, but they hit 36 points, and they finished a plus 12 in that quarter over the Utah Jazz, who played a lot of bigs in that third quarter, trying to slow us down, trying to make life difficult, trying to take the vision away. But it didn't work. Look at that. He got right there. I think Hart just blocked Kessler from behind, but he ended up scoring there. And look, by the end of the third quarter, the Knicks were up right here, but then they let this bucket go because Hart, he should have waited a little longer before he attempted a shot, but the Knicks were up 20 at the end of that third quarter. Fantastic. The Knicks shot 52% in that third quarter. Excellent. Excellent for them. And really, that was the game. That was really the game right there. That third quarter dictated all. The Knicks pretty much kind of coasted the rest of the way. They did let the Jazz kind of creep back into it. Earlier in the first half, Grimes did experience a kind of a scary moment. He hyperextended his knee and seemed to roll both ankles. He left and went to the locker room, but he reappeared. He sat on the bench and then came back into the game in the second half, so that was a big relief. But Brunson got his butt beat today, or his face, should we say. His face got pummeled several times to the point where he was like wondering what's going on. Where are the calls? They weren't coming. We let the Utah kind of start feeling themselves a little bit in this fourth quarter. They lit us up for 30 in that fourth quarter, and we could only come up with 25. But again, I think the Knicks kind of took their foot off the gas a little bit. Thibs rested Donte some in that fourth quarter, but then he brought him back once the lead started slipping away because Donte was the second major scorer on this team tonight. Option, should we say. Brunson's always the number one option, but tonight, Donte Divincenzo was the leading scorer for the Knicks with 33 points. Oh, beautiful. And he finished a plus 23, 4 steals, 4 assists for him, 5 rebounds. Beautiful. 9 of 15 from the three-point line for Donte Divincenzo. Amazing. 11 of 22 overall. He did blow, I think, 2 dunks. I believe he blew 2 dunks. Or maybe it was just 1 dunk. The other one kind of got blocked. Oh, here we go. Is this it? No, we got back to the beginning. All right, beautiful. Here we go. Let's get to the stats, even though I pretty much rattled off most of those. As you can see, like I mentioned, Achua was fabulous, 18 points for him. All 5 starters in double figures. Isaiah Hartenstein played the most minutes he's played since he returned from his injury, 29 minutes for him, 6 of 10 overall, 12 rebounds. He had a double-double and 14 points. I loved his activity today. Some great passing from him as usual. We've gotten used to that. But Josh Hart made some really good passes today. And then you see the 10 assists for him, 9 assists for Brunson. Beautiful. When the ball is moving like that and guys are finishing, it's a thrill to watch basketball, especially when the guys are wearing orange and blue. Yes. Let's go Knicks. This is a great time to be a Knicks fan. And let me tell you, even with the concerns about Randall, and OG, to a much lesser extent. And, we still have Mitch Robinson is out. This is a very deep team. Loving it. Loving it. Josh, there were chance for not Josh, for Taj. There were chance for Taj to come into the game, but Thibs didn't do it. He could have done it today, but I think it was his first game back. He was kind of trying to take it easy. Let's go to the next. You can see the plus minus. Achua plus 14, plus 19 for Brunson, plus 23 for Divincenzo, plus 14 for Sims, plus 6 for Grimes. Great game overall. Everybody was contributing pretty much. Even if they weren't scoring, they were contributing defensively. Utah Jazz, Colin Sexton was the high scorer for them, 22 points, 7 of 13 for him, and 7 assists. His game has definitely improved. He seems to be a more active defender as well, but I'm sure glad that the Knicks never acquired him. He wasn't the guy. Brunson was the guy. Like a Divincenzo is the guy, the type of guy you need on this team, especially for a Tom Thibodeau coached team. You need guys who are, Brunson, he has defensive limitations, but he's such a superior offensive player, and he has such a brilliant basketball IQ mind that it overcomes his deficiencies on the defensive end. But Donte, the hustle that these guys have, their nose for the ball, their ability to take charges, their ability to step into passing lanes, create deflections. There were deflections going on all night long, indicative of the 9 steals that they got. So this is a great setup here. Jordan Clarkson, who it's been rumored is on the trade market, and the Knicks have been looking at him. Not an impressive night tonight, and also defensively, he did not look good. I don't think he's going to be quite a Thibs guy as well. I've stopped trying to resist, this whole we need a Thibs guy thing. We do. We need Thibs guys because if we don't give him the tools that he needs to play them, so that he'll play them, then it's a waste of time. We've already been through the Cam Reddish situations before. I don't want to go through that stuff anymore. If Leon's going to bring guys in, and he will, then it's going to be guys that fit the mold that Tom Thibodeau needs. All right, let's keep going here. You can see here the team stats. The one thing I wanted to show was the points off turnovers right there. The Knicks only committed 6 turnovers tonight. Outstanding. Actually, I thought it was 5, but whatever. This is 6. Points off turnovers, we were a plus 14 right there. 22 points off turnovers for the Knicks. The Knicks we won the fast break category, 24-16. We won the points in the paint, 62-50. The 3-point shooting was pretty much about even in terms of makes. They made 12, we made 13. The percentages were a little, nothing exciting. 33% for the Jazz, 38.2% for the Knicks. But the overall game itself, it's just the Knicks dominated. It's almost like we were toying with the Jazz, and the Jazz even were able to cut the lead, the Knicks lead, down to just 1 point. It was 60-61 at one point, and the Knicks, I think there was a timeout. They came out of that timeout and just had a nice run. I think they went on a 10-0 run right there to put the lead up to like 11 or 10. Beautiful. The lead was once 25. They ended up, like a plus 15. So you can see the New York Knicks are rolling right now. We're rolling, and hopefully we'll get OG back because we're going to need him. We're playing. I think we play the Pacers next, if I'm correct. Whatever it is, we have an interesting schedule coming up. We're going to play some good teams. We're going to play some long teams, some athletic teams, and we're going to need as many bodies. And definitely, we're going to need the master defender of OG Anunoby back in orange and blue on the Garden floor. Wherever the Knicks play, we need him back, definitely. And hopefully we'll hear something about Randall tomorrow. I'm not sure I'll be able to put a video out if we do, but I'll try my best to do that. And look at this man. Hippie Thibs. I'm loving hippie Thibs. Or hipster Thibs, whatever you want to go. I definitely don't want to see him in a man bun. Definitely don't want to see that. But man, this is hilarious. This is hilarious. But this is not. This is not hilarious. This is frightening for the rest of the NBA. The Knicks are coming. They are coming. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Again, my name is George. Please subscribe, hit the thumbs up button for me, and drop your comments. Love the comments. They definitely help me a lot. I appreciate them tremendously, you taking your time to do it. And let's go Knicks. Let's go. Love it. I will see you around the Knicks-Verse.